Rise, Eivor. And awaken. Odin? What do you want of me?
You've won your prize, Wolf-Kissed. The glory of my death. All for this? Your coward father and his empty sacrifice. Heed the price of our war, Wolf-Kissed. The harvest of 3 dead generations. All their names unknown. It all means nothing.
No. My clan will not be forgotten!
I fought as I did, as hard as I did, to survive, for I know what awaits us in the end. Only darkness.
I once served and prayed under St. Chad at Tamworth. I was a monk. I should have stayed there.
Did St. Chad die with his axe in his hand?
St. Chad will be revered for avoiding the axe. I wish I had done so myself, and not taken a path full of violent honor. The old gods will fade from our sight in time. God forgive me, for I have sinned.
You found me out. I bow to this, but you will not unearth us all. You will not dig deeply enough. We are both a clot and cancer. We sit heavy in water, and yet we spread like a river's current.
Are you well?
Why would you ask such a question at such a time as this?
Beneath your words is something of a size unknown, a mystery. It lurks behind every frail word from your mouth. Now the trolls take you.
I have seen a crown on a cleaning basin. There it was. I stole it, ran with it, hid it. Now maggots feast on it. I am certain. Let them rule old Albion.
A worm came creeping. He tore a man in 2. Then Woden took 9 glory twigs.
Is this a prayer, an offering, or a final vestige of your oath?
Only a charm I never finished.
Viljalaus, now you die.
My sword is lost. Floating down a creek. I shall follow till I dance again, or drown.
I wish my life had been a carnival of drinking ale and pissing.
It could have been, I'm sure.
No, we have not reached such a point. I used the order to live a life of ale drinking, but the price of my ale was murder. Sad, really.
I once knew a man, cleaned all the rats in London. He took his time. They loved him, and he loved them. They lived freely. Who came to see him for a scrub. Rats have a certain freedom, but they feed on shit. It's a coward's freedom. Valhalla for the vanquished.
In the kingdom of Frisia, we honor your type, pagan. We strive as you strive to achieve the perfection of the Ancient Ones.
Pagan?
To be pagan is perfect.
No more winters for you.
Better to die than face my lords. I hope my Magister Magnus forgives me. For so long, I looked to him for guidance, for order.
If your honor is slow, a true lord cannot forgive you. They cannot.
Now I will turn my gaze to Warden, Tiwar, and Shunor. I will continue to turn until I find some forgiveness.
You will spin and drill yourself to an endless button. No sunlight reaches where you are going. May you bathe in serpent skins. Your name, Frown Horde, Quick the Dead, whatever it may be, is stained forever.
My name's Horsa. I left silver in the mouth of my home. Please see that it is spent well and frivolously.
Stop the heathen! Raider! Vikinger! Stop him! He means to erase me, to banish me from your minds. Fight in my name. Die for me! Die for me!
That is no way to call for sacrifices. Their lives for yours. Is that how it works?
Their lives meant nothing. No land, no riches, no titles. But my name will live on.
The reputation of a good man never dies. But your name will soon be a curse.
So be it. The riches I had in life gave me power. To curse me from beyond the grave gives me still more. Though I die, my order lives on elsewhere, everywhere. Yield to us. Give us what we are owed. The trade, the riches, the legacy, all of it. Yield! Yield! Yield!
If your hell is real, I'm glad you'll get to see it.
Offa betrayed us all, Indira. Now we crawl about for the scraps. Whatever crumbs you leave behind after your raids.
You wish you were a raider, a Dringar.
Yes.
Farvel, Swordcloven.
My battle kennings have worn thin. I am no longer the reed among shields, the glimmer blood, the hallowed skull crack.
The scourge of Swan Rose.
The iron throng. The lender of silver gelds. I only wish to be a freebooter. Someone who writes their own destiny.
Be glad you head to Valhalla with a poem on your lips.
This is a mere moment. No one will remember it. No one. Not your name, nor mine. It all ends up the same.
Regret torments you.
My only regret is losing to whatever you are. You reek of fading glory.
We sweat and toil to reach this moment.
The Ancient Ones lap at my sweat now. That war sweat the Roman gods hate so much, we long for.
Discard all that. A good feast with fresh battle milk on your brows is not something you will ever taste again.
choke on my bones. All of these men of God, festooned in gold and silver.
It is enough to make one blind.
We are blind of now. Lanius was our only king. He saw straight and fought alongside Arturius. We have been blind ever since. In these old worlds, I used to lie down and pray that the leaves would cover me. That I could drag them over me like a blanket and join Cernunos in a bed of leaves. Took me in, stranger, with a song.
The sound of Odin stomping on your bones is the only song you hear.
Why? 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 Lost are everyone!
You mostly, Adkad.
Bretha, Ustre, and Setere. I served the true gods. The old ones. To be killed by you holds honor. Killing holds all glory.
I often awake in my vagrancy, shaking and sweating. I hope this stops now.
Farewell. The trolls await.
I cared about my family. Just my family. I love them more than anything.
And the families who fell by the Order's command? Were they not worthy of love?
You are a Dane. How can you speak of the value of a life? All are ranked as less than the axe to you.
Not true. I see honor in many people, many places.
You have proved here that your compassion has a hard and brutal limit.
We must all turn to the Order. It keeps people well placed. It is not truth, but true power.
You desecrate the very purpose of life.
No. No, no. I place power on power. The great becomes greater. You will see.
If an evil man brings you biscuits, do you give them to your children?
I would not let good food go to waste.
I would let my children starve. A serpent's gift will always end in malice.
Sweet from evil remains sweet, even if it crumbles quickly in their hands.
Offa told everyone he was Christian. He was not. He was one of us. He only wanted the silver and the swords for his men of Mercia.
And you have kept his tradition going?
Without flinching. Without hesitating. Offa would be proud of me.
You must have seen 100 summers, old man.
It feels thus.
The first man I killed for my order, I cried and wept after trying to hold back the tears. But I told myself, I am merely acting upon a foretold destiny, navigating the whim of greater gods. My actions are simply pebbles.
Pebbles that wash away in the surf as harmless as dust.
Pebbles were once bedrock, as were you.
I was building a boat to carry my family to safety one day.
And what of the orphans you left behind? Do they get a boat?
A brigade of bastards. They are the only ones left ruling England. My people were of the Wiccan kingdom. Now we are ruled by Christ-beaten bastards.
I served the young Athelred. He will rise one day.
He's no Alfred, from what I hear.
I lied to everyone, and they will never know. They will tell stories of me as a good man who served his lord.
Your Huga walks with a new beast.
These hidden ones, is that who you slave for?
I slave for none. I'm scrubbing England clean of its filth for the safety of my people.
Listen. Do you hear? The excuses of a mind enslaved.
I sought pleasure with the silver I received from the Order. I shared it too, with many in need.
Don't be blinded by the gleam of your bloodlust. Shared silver always comes at a cost.
What of it? I forged good from what you call evil. Lives were improved. Lives worth more than the silver that paid for them. I do not regret the lives lost for the charity gained.
Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire! No, I gave these men order. I gave them purpose. I showed them their common enemy. Anchor strings! Second wave fire! I was arrow for their rage. Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves!
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself. Justify all you want. You're just a king-killer and a coward.
Mighty High Horse, you'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
One more, that's all. I'm nearly finished.
That is enough.
Oh, it's you.
For all the dead we collect, dear sister, you and I are equals.
Quite a charnel house. I'd lost count of how many. I suppose I've been greedy in my research, but not for lack of care. The Ancient Ones, the Arbiters, they built us out of simple pieces. So easy to break, so difficult to mend. There must be an improvement. We should be stronger, faster, smarter. I could have fixed us. I could have made us better.
We are blood and bone and spirit, Friedeswith. Perfect as we are.
You've such beautiful eyes. Finish it, would you?
Burning to ash what you cannot possess, that is a child's way out.
To hell with London.
Boudica was right to burn it to the ground. It's a brick-and-mortar shithouse. So bright and beautiful, set aflame. Will you rule over these cinders now? Yoke its people to your whims and needs?
You do have power here. Power you have earned. I have finished my work in London. That is enough.
London is only a beginning. My order reaches further than your tiny boats can take you. Never forget, Trigger, my old friend. A man at sea may have gold and glory, but he is always a slave to the churning tides. We are that tide.
Wait. This is not the Hall of 500 Doors. This is not the Rock of the Fallen. Where are the women on the winged horses? Where are the choosers of the slain? My blood enemy!
This is Niflheim, the hell of mist and cold. This is where the faithless dead come to die again. This is where ghosts fade to mist, to be forgotten.
Your meddling has doomed us all, Crow of Battle.
More lies from a liar born. Now speak the truth. What brought the Order to this place?
To free a goddess. A creature of power and light. Buried by the Jotnar in ages past.
A pity, Gordon. You will not meet her now. I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross, to bring the light of my order to a wider thing I debased myself. For I went to the top of this common religion full of common men. I should have lived as the ancients did. That's the thought of mankind here, really. When our failures look like eggs in a sty of shit. We should learn to enjoy it.
You won. I concede defeat. When Scops mention me, they will sing of my conquests.
Cowards do not get sagas.
I am no coward. In a long-lost battle for Wessex, I was the victor. The Scot could speak of that time. Focus on my lost honor.
No, I'll leave your reputation as it is. Here, in the blood-blackened mud.
I'll eat your heart! She has saved your brother!
Animals we are. Spit and vomit. Shit and soil. Sigurd is so much more. I gave him that understanding. That gift.
You gave him pain!
Yes! To awaken him! All that power, all that potential of bones! Pain was necessary to free him! Behold this terrible beauty! The beauty of the
Hers was the great work, the highest achievement of humankind. Now you, Eivor, you must carry it forward.
Sigurd!
This fire that burns inside, I've always had it. A longing to do something grand and important. But that door was always shut to me. My methods deemed too severe. I was cast out, shunned, scorned. But the Order, they took notice of me. Saw that it was courage that drove me. Courage to change the world for the better. They reopened that door.
And you used your chance to destroy a way of life you did not support.
We have seen time and time again what happens when people are left to interpret for themselves. Knowledge must be controlled. Only then can the message be widely understood. The day where there is but one truth draws nearer. One truth, that is what the Order offers.
This one sought to spark a new flame, but did so with a heavy hand. Not a teacher's tongue. This cleansing of yours ends here.
My work is incomplete, but not inconsequential. There are others who carry on. For one of the four is us.
Why did you say that? What does it mean?
Now I go. A flame that grows bright and burns ever more, ever light.
To Helheim, where colder and crueler fires await.
It's funny. As a child, I thought of snow as the tears of God, frozen by our sins. Weak with hunger, I stared into the sky, hoping it was me he wept for. Me he sought to save. But God did not save me. The vault did. He took me to a fine house, gave me hearty meals, a warm bed. For the first time, someone extended a hand. Showed me kindness, compassion. And it was then that I made a vow. I vowed to never turn my back on he who was there for me when God was not.
So you served the Vault, knowing full well what he was a part of.
The Order made our paths intersect. I owed them a debt, and I repaid it by saving this city from its own destruction.
A life debt is a strong motivator. It took hold of this one's Hugad, drove it, and never let go. Yet not with the same compassion you were shown. Too many have suffered by your hand in pursuit of this course.
You're right. Perhaps I deserve this death. But I am but one cog in a large wheel. One that still turns unhindered.
Not for long. Where you have gone, there will be no tears waiting for you. What did you hope to gain with all this? What riches are worth so much misery and the deaths of honorable men and women?
Only a feeble mind would call them honorable. They are privileged, sedentary, complacent. They wasted their resources. I secured our power through wealth. I contributed to the future of a glorious order.
On the backs of honest people, merchants, priests, and nobles alike.
Eivor, you are wrong. Held back by your primitive cosmology. 9 worlds in the tree? No. 9 times 9,000 worlds. And as many suns.
9 nights I hung in the tree, sacrificing myself to myself. So does the wise one seek wisdom.
Countless spheres awaiting our gift, our enlightenment.
I live in one world only. You live in none. Rest easy, Reeve. The time has come.
Yes. Now I will be judged at the Witten of the gods.
To Helheim with you.
Aye. Even Helheim needs a Reeve.
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reeve. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift.
Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
The Archbishop never suspected my heresy. I kept secrets as I gathered believers. I appeared so pious my eyes bled for him, but I've never felt as much love for his god. Not like I do the old gods. The true gods. Our ancient creators.
Your life was a lie, you mean? You threw your honor into the ocean.
When I told the Archbishop my true belief, he was horrified. So I silenced him.
That silence comes for you now.